Hey, greetings YouTube, Performance Reviews, where I give you the review from a technician's point of view. Today I have yet another Shark with 0M technology on the bench, and yeah, this one's pretty rough, but it's about average for what I see with the Shark vacuum. You know, if you're just tuning into this because you have one of these, you're trying to fix it, we are going to show you how to do that in this video, but I am giving you an important message. Your time with this machine is limited. These are meant to be disposable. These are meant to be thrown out. There are better vacuums out there that will save you money, especially 5-10 years from now. So I do have videos on those machines, but let's get into the 0M Shark with its 2x capacity. Don't know what that means. So yeah, so first off, we're going to separate the cleaner head, and we're just going to look and, oh, let's see there. I think this says something about not losing suction on here. But yeah, there's stuff obviously blocked in this cleaner head, and these cleaner heads are just notoriously bad. You have these fins that don't do anything, and there's a lot of place for hair and stuff to get caught in here. I know it's advertised as an anti-tangle. That is it's a lot of garbage. There's no anti-tangle anything in here. These probably tangle worse than a lot of vacuums. With or without this clog in place. Now, a lot of marketing woo-ha about clogs. A clog means there's something, a big thing obstructed in the machine. The way Dyson and some of the others marketed these, they meant a clog to be a blockage of the filter or the vacuum bag, which is something that's just not all that common. So what I've done here is with the central vacuum is I've basically pulled all the stuff out of here. The Sharks are not particularly powerful, and when they lose their efficiency, stuff gets stuck in there, or in this case some big objects, and a combination of both. So I'm able to just clean that with the central vacuum, and that gets the tubes free. Essentially the machine is working now. However, there's a lot more to do, and we're going to cover that. So as you've seen, I have gone there. Now here is probably the root cause of some of this. You see this filter? You're supposed to wash this filter basically every time that bin gets full. Nobody does that, so these filters are absolute trash at this point. And really all they're doing is just there collecting dust. Now the HEPA filter, you can see where the HEPA filter has just dust and debris has just been moving around this at this point. So this thing is just circulating a massive amount of dust, unfortunately, at this point, so we'll have to clean this out here in a second. Now, the other thing we're going to have to get in here and deal with is this. Like, this is hard to clean. It's not really, there's no way to really get in there and clean that. So that will need to be washed right here. This part, I'm actually just going to go blow out and run outside for a few minutes. And then probably the part that you're tuning into this video is inside this cleaner head. These cleaner heads are designed to be replaced as a whole. And generally speaking, that's the best thing to do. However, they're not always available, or sometimes you might need to get in here. Like in this case, it's just like excessively dirty. And the best way to get in here is really to take it apart. So this is a Security T15, very standard screwdriver. So you're just going to take basically a ton of screws out. Alright, with all those screws out, this will come apart. Now these two screws you don't take out by the wheels, and then speaking of wheels, there are screws underneath the wheels in front, in case you're wondering how I got that apart. And then this is just going to pull off. Boom. We have a cover. We'll have some side covers. And those side covers are going to come off easier if you... These two short screws here, those are going to come off. And now everything can come off, and this can be cleaned. So we're going to clean that. We're also going to pull the roller assembly off the motor. As I was saying, we're going to take this off. This just comes loose with two screws. Then after the screws are loose, you want to just pop the belt off. You can do that before. Just set the motor aside. And now, so now we can clean this to the best of our ability, get it untangled. And this is symmetrical, but there's no way you're going to really be able to get to the other side. Stuff tends to build up under here and tends to build in this. So you just want to clean that the best that you can. And yeah, there's just crap in here. Stuff goes everywhere with these. And all the parts go in a parts washer, aka a dishwasher. This machine is really only used for that. Again, I am a professional, so I have a machine just for doing that. So we're going to put all the parts in there and wash it. Alright folks, it is a new day and things have been through our parts cleaner and things are now cleaner. So we're going to start by reassembling the brush roller. And these rollers just really never get clean. I not only put this in the parts washer, I actually hand scrub this and it still just looks filthy, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast. Let's go ahead and put this together with the belt. A little bit of bar soap will help quiet down the machine on that belt like that. So the best way to do this, you see there's 4 holes, so you got to make sure you know which way the motor is going to orient. And then once the motor's oriented, which we know it's going to be like this, now we're going to stick these in here like so. Okay, so the motor's still loose like that, and what you want to do is with that motor still loose, we want to take the belt and turn and walk it onto the roller pulley. Then once all that's on, now we can tighten everything up. Everything is tight and torqued, and now this roller is going to just wedge with the motor in there, all as one piece. Yeah, truly the mark of the vacuum devil right there, how this is designed. So it's now time to put this together. I'm going to put this cover on, and before you put any screws on, you also need to put these on. These are going to wedge themselves in place under this cover. Those are going to go on there like that, and then you can put this cover. This all kind of interlocks, so it's kind of like Lego bricks in that way. The way that this all just kind of locks in together. You can see that that just kind of fits in there. And when we do that, everything should be. If something's out of place, you can just kind of pop in place. So now it's all in place. There's 2 little screws. Those are going to go in here now. Alright, so now all that has been put together. You can take a screwdriver and just quarter turn lock that in place. And then you want to put the wheels back on once everything's together. And the way I like to do the wheels is I like to take a screwdriver, just push on the axles, like so, and that reattaches the wheels. And a lot of times the wheels will have some hair or whatever on them, so clean those off. Boom. So that's how that works. Next, let's get to the bin. I pulled these off camera, but they just slide in and out. But this is what the bin looked like coming out of our parts cleaner. I will hand wipe this down. Alright, so we have the bin. Everything's been wiped down. Let's go ahead and put this together. So we've clipped it together. And upon doing that, now you can see where these are going to go in. These are just going to push in here, like so. Then once you know that they're in place and lined up, boom, like that. They'll just fit in there. And the reason for taking this off is so that this fit in the parts washer. All right, time to start putting the rest of this together. Rejoin the body. We have the hose. And as we do this, we're going to put the filters in, and I'll have a link below to these filters, but definitely change these filters like every 3 months or so. And the filter schedule, for those who are unaware, is when this bin gets full, it is time to rinse these two or wash them, dealer's choice really there, and let them sit out of the machine overnight. And then this needs to be changed every 3 months, this one. And by the time 3 months rolls around, those are about done as well. Bagless vacuums do not mean zero maintenance. In fact, they mean higher maintenance in terms of what you actually have to do. So that has all been put together, and I guess it's presentable. Looks all right. Let's just test it, make sure everything is working all right. All right, everything is working all right. So thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. That helps us out a whole lot. Repost this somewhere if you have a Shark forum, Facebook group, Reddit, that sort of thing. That helps us out as well. And have yourself a fantastic day.